God's Little Acre Cemetery. Together, this cemetery contains over 5,000 graves, including a colonial-era slave cemetery and Jewish graves. It has 31 acres and was built in 1640 on land given to the city of Newport, Rhode Island by John Clark. It features what is probably the largest number of colonial-era headstones in a single cemetery, including the largest number of colonial African American headstones in the United States. The predominantly African American northern section of the cemetery is commonly referred to by local African Americans as God's Little Acre. The colonial town of Newport played a leading role during the European transatlantic slave trade. By 1755, several thousand Africans lived, worked, and eventually died in this New England seaport. At the peak of what historians commonly call the Golden Age, Africans comprised nearly 20% of the total town population, with 1 in 3 Newport families in Rhode Island owning at least one slave. One surviving aspect of African custom and culture in early America is the custom of funeral and burying rituals. In Newport, both the enslaved and free African community, largely coming from what is today Ghana, would provide elaborate funerals for their dearly departed. The funeral was as much a celebration of life as it is a bid farewell to the dead. Most importantly, it signified the departure of souls in their next journey to join their ancestors. On May 18, 1770, 70-year-old Quash Dunbar died. The funeral often included dancing, singing, and public recognition of the relevance of the life of the departed. In African funeral in Newport, the leaders of the community would lead a procession with the body on a wagon from the center of the town to the burial grounds. The procession would be organized by a ceremonial undertaker, a well-respected position within the African community. Is this place haunted? Is there paranormal activity here? We will look and see what type of activity might be in this cemetery. Join me now as I seek to see if this negative energy still exists in this historical slave cemetery. Are these dear souls still crying out after 300 years? Join me. All right, so here I am in Newport, Rhode Island. I'm at the God's Little Acre Cemetery. And here we have the remains of slaves. There are some modern stones here as well, but these right here are graves of slaves from many years ago. Years of history, 300 years of misery that these people have to go through. Now, we're here today to try to see if we could make some type of contact. I had the name Jacob thrown at me before we got in here, so I don't know if I'll see that name here. But if there is anyone here, please make contact with us. You can see these are really old, very old, and you can see this tomb here is destroyed some Is anyone here with us? Can you please tell me your name? See, there are a row of graves, stones here. Look at this. You know, it's sad what slaves had to go through. We're talking, you know, during the Revolutionary War, during the Civil War. This man here passed away in 1776. So there is definitely, I mean, look at all this. These stones are barely legible. I mean, you can't really read. What I'm going to do is there are some people here, so I want to make sure that nothing corrupts any evidence I might catch. I have a paranormal music box here with me. This has been pretty popular on some ghost hunting shows. And what I'm going to do is see if I can set it up over here and see if we might get a response. Either between those two.
What do you want?
Whoa. You hear that, guys? It says, what do you want? Just as I approach this tomb over here, it says, what do you want? I want to make contact with you. That's what I want. So, put this down right here and let it recalculate. Calibrating. So right there. I want to make contact with you. That's what I want. You can also contact me or reach out to me through that paranormal music box right there. Is there somebody named Jacob here with us? Someone here by the name of Captain Joshua, I believe. Joshua Rathbone. You can barely read his name here. So these are some really old graves here. I got the paranormal music box on that stone right here. You ask me what I want. I'm asking to make contact with you. So can you make contact with me? That's what I want. I know there are many slaves that are buried here. And what you went through over the centuries was heartbreaking. It was sad, and we're so sorry what you went through. Can you make a noise through that device right there? You hear that, guys? Just as I walked by, it only chimed a little bit. here, guys. Now this is a tomb here. I mean, you just see raw, stones on top of stones. You asked me not to leave, so I won't leave. But if you want me to stay, you have to communicate with me. Can you do that? Are you trying to communicate? Are you using a lot of your energy to try to communicate? Check that out, guys. So there's definitely activity here. What are you trying to tell me? Are you trying to tell me something? How you died? Whoa. Guys, check that out now. Whoa. You're looking to communicate through this box here. You told me not to leave, so I'm not leaving. You can tell me something else. Why? Why do you want me to stay? As I continue with the investigation, I got some good responses. I got talk with me. Someone wanted to communicate with me in this cemetery. The next word I got was feeling. Now, I was feeling some dread due to some unscrupulous people who were in the cemetery at that time. The next word that came up on the ghost tube was, I'm coming. Who or what was coming, I had no idea. The next word that came up was tube. Was it because I was using the ghost tube in the cemetery? Finally, I got the word that threw me for a loop, karma. Was it because of the atrocities done to these slaves over the centuries? A definition of karma is the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. I'm going to put this in stone here. Let it recalibrate. And we got a couple of interesting words already. Hey guys, check it out. If there are any slaves among us right now, we know you're here. That's a plane above us. Can you make that music box go off for me? Can you tell me the name of your slave owner? How many spirits are here right now? I'm listening. You can talk to me, Let me know you're here. Tell me your name, please. I know you're using a lot of energy to try to get that thing going. Who are you? Who are you? Talk to me. Are you exerting a lot of energy to try to communicate to me through this music box? Well, you can see, guys, it's, there's something definitely here. Say something to us. Talk to me. A lot of people that are watching want to hear from you too. The family buried right here. See if I can go in another area here. I'll keep the ghost tube going and walk for this area here. Walking amongst the dead. 300 years of history of slaves buried here. And they say this is the largest slave cemetery in the United States, right here in Newport, Rhode Island. People of color come here. They have family here, ancestors, and they come to pay their respects. Even those of us who are not relatives should come and pay our respects. We got a lot of modern tombs here as well. I'm going to go in this section over here. We've got a couple.
Talk with me.
Talk with me. Did you hear that, guys? He just said talk with me. Well, I am talking with you. I am talking with you. But I need you to talk back to me. I want to know who you are. I want to tell your story of what you went through. The pain and the suffering, the heartache that slaves had to endure over the centuries. Wasn't right.
Grandmother.
got a grandfather is buried among these graves here. We have a grandfather buried in this area here. So you asked me to talk with you, then you said your grandfather. We have a grandfather here. I'm sure we have a grandfather here. Where? I don't know, but over here we have all gravestones here, slave gravestones, amongst the modern gravestones. What was your grandfather's name?
I want to talk.
Well, okay, I want to talk with you too, but you need to talk with me. It's the second time you asked to talk with me. I'm talking with you. And you mentioned grandfather. What was your grandfather's name? Give me his name. Tell me your grandfather's name. Well, let me set the paranormal music box right here, and let's see if we get another response here. Talk to me as well through that box right there. What was your grandfather's name? I got a name Jacob earlier before we actually started to record. Is that your grandfather's name, Jacob? Who is buried here? Mention it, yeah, I have a somewhat of an eerie feeling being here. I think I'm more concerned about the living than the dead. Yes, again. I always have that feeling. I can see you're communicating with me right now. Yes, I have that feeling of dread when I'm in the cemetery. Not only am I surrounded by dead people, just in stories from 300 years past, but when you have people in here that are just lounging around, I don't know what they're up to. You want more? More of what? What do you want more of? What do you want more of? Talk to me. I want more too. I want to hear more of you. Keep talking. Let the people know who you are. Tell your story.
Philip.
Philip. That's the name. Okay, Philip. So what you're telling me is your grandfather's name was Philip. Your grandfather that was buried here, his name was Philip. Was Philip a slave? Was Philip a slave? How did Philip die? Is Philip? No, you guys look at this. I don't know if you can read that there. Philip. You see that? I'm not sure if you can read that well, but there's a name Philip on there. I'm not sure if this is the Philip that was talking about. A lot of these stones are dilapidated.
I'm coming.
You just said, I'm coming. Okay, where are you coming from? Coming from where? Coming from where? Where are you coming from? What direction are you coming from? Should I be ready for you? Should I be ready for you? Should I be concerned that you said you're coming? What do I need to do to prepare for you? You said you're coming. You said I'm coming. Where are you coming from? Tube? Well, that's what I'm using. I'm using a ghost tube. Is that what you're reading? Ghost tube? That's what I'm using. I want to give you one final opportunity. Tell me something significant. Tell our viewers something significant about this place. Tell us something significant before we go. Karma? Oh my goodness. Karma? Wow. Okay. That was on cue. So are you saying that bad karma is coming for those who put you into slavery? Made your life miserable while you were on earth? Is that what you're telling me? That karma is coming for them? Like I said, I'm sorry these things happened to you. And slavery is now a thing of the past. No more will man be enslaved to another man. Unfortunately, today there are some forms of slavery going on. The sex slave, the sex trade and all that stuff. So there are forms of slavery going on. But slavery is a thing of the past. Never, ever, ever, ever to be repeated again. All right, this is August with Paranormal Adventures. I am signing off from the God's Little Acre Cemetery here in Newport, Rhode Island. Got some pretty good responses today. On to our next adventure.